peace, blessing, wholeness, vibration, love, and light. I want to thank the ancestors, my angel guides, my higher self for blessing me and continue to be with me at my presence. Please use your own discernment, for this information is coming from my truth, my experience, from my intuition, and my knowing. So if it resonates, great, great, great. Y'all already know, another weekly update, energy update. Please press pause and read. I just want to thank y'all for being here. It means a lot to me. Gratitude. Today's segment is going to be beautiful, wonderful, great. Let me educate you guys on DNA. DNA hibernation program has been going on for 250 billion years. As you can see, there's fallen angel templates. This is the fallen angel DNA. There's 4 different types. I know y'all can't see. The main one is the Diamond Sun 12 strands. That's the original DNA template. That's the original genetic coding, right? That's the angelic humans, right? There is the reverse DNA, the first one on top, and then across is the is the part reverse. Then the other one, all the other ones are reverse, but that one is the part reverse. I'm gonna explain what that is. That is the Nephilims DNA. Most of them are Anunnakis and Draconians. I think the one in the bottom right is Anunnaki and the one on the top is Anunnaki. The one on the bottom left is Draconian and the one on the top is the Nephilims. They're half reversed because they have both angelic and fallen phantom matrix DNA within them. All these distorted DNA, what they use to mess up the earth, they're from the phantom matrix, which the phantom matrix was hacked by the Wissadek matrix. We're going to talk about it. And in this picture, you see the 2 main ones. The one on top is Draconian, and the one on the bottom is Anunnaki, the half reverse, the part reverse. The Bel Sun is the Anunnaki. That's the Nephilim, and I'm going to do another segment based on this, paranormally on this. This is just the beginning because we're going to go into the next strands of our strands and how we need to build back our genetic coding in order to ascend. But yeah, the one on top is mainly Draconian. Every body on earth, every human being, every breathing body has a distorted DNA. It's convoluted. So don't tell me nothing. Yeah, everybody DNA is, yeah. This is also connected to your chakra system, your consciousness. And yeah, this is how you ascend, by clearing and healing. This is how you have to face your shadow. These little dots, these little graphene looking venomous, looking like venom, like the movie. These black stuff is what you need to get rid of. That's the black hole soul. That's another entity within you, your darkness. Your second voice that makes you, the devil on the left shoulder. That is it. Yeah. So this is another picture of how the 3 DNAs look. So we have the perfect 12. That's what everybody's trying to get to. Some of us are indigo. We have 24 strands. The special ascended indigo, there's 3 types, 1, 2, and 3. We are a different coding, but this is just the general one. Yeah, the Bel is 9, 10, and 11. That's the Anunnakis. And the 2 to the 10 is the Draconians. And then some of these are mixed in. The Anunnaki mixed in with the Draconians, and also everybody's mixing with us. The original beings here is the angelic. But we started off as 12, and then we got distorted, so we became like them because we have that shadow, that distortion from Draco and Anunnaki. Not everybody per se, but most of the human race. So we're trying to reverse this. So I am an indigo, and a lot of other indigos and star seeds from parallel universe. We're here to help the human angelic to get this reverse. All right, so let's get into the other slide. So here we have, this is how it looks, the same 12 diamond sun. This is how it's supposed to look. The Tauranaceum 12 tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel is actually a DNA strand. It's also connected to your chakra system within your body, right? Angelic human race, the diamond sun again, the 12 strand. So you see there's chakra, DNA strands, 12 tribe is all the same. Dimensions is all the same. It's within you. The Most High is within you. There's no external man. No, it's within you. God is within you. You have to go in to connect to the higher realm because these are dimensions. Every level of your DNA, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 12, is from 1 dimension to 12 dimension. It's within you. You got to go into you to connect to your higher self, your godhood. Right? So this is how it looks. This is how it looks. Next slide. Let's go. I know this picture is kind of small, but focus on the one on the bottom. Well, you can look at the one on the top too. Polaris was the earth root, the earth seed, and the Tarunusium is the star seed. When they come together, it's like a yin and a yang combo. One is from the star seeds are from parallel universe, and the earth seed or the root race is from this universe. This universe is Particum mind, and the parallel is Partikai. This one is magnetic base, the other one is electric base, right? So it's like male and female souls, right? So we need to get everybody to a full 12. So this is why the star seeds comes in, because they come in with the higher strands from 7 to 12, and the earth seeds, they have to grow their ascension points. They have to grow their DNA. Next slide. I hope y'all with me. Stay with me. So Polarian in the top left and Hyperborean. These are the two root races from 2.5 million years ago. And they started off, the star seed came in to complete its one strand. So you had a half a strand to complete to make a whole, yin and yang, 69, right? The second, so this is the third seeding, as you can see, because the first two seeding failed because of the Draconians and Anunnaki. They've been messing up our DNA with their reverse and chaotic DNA, because they are the reverse anti-reverse, which is antichrist, where antichrist comes from. Anyways, the Utarians is the star seed from parallel universe that came in to merge with the Lemurians. The Lemurians' goal was to get their 1 and 2. See, the Utarians came in with 1 and 2, but then the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's your higher self. That's the higher density, the higher dimension. And then the Brenoa star seed came in to merge with the Atlantean, right? Then 68,000 years ago, because I think the Lemurian was 75, Atlantis was 70, and then 68, right? The Hibiru star seed came in to merge with the Aryans. The Aryans are the original albinos. You know, the albino African beings that has like the albino skin problem, because look at that. This is why, because the root race has half. So the star seed came in with the full. That's the lack in melanin in their skin, but they're still melanated people. And this is the race that the hybrids albinos use, which is the one that's in the politics right now. They use this man to create themselves. So they are hybrids from the albinos. So they even are less of a man. That's why there's 2 strands. You know what I mean? Because some people are still stuck at 2 strands because their goal is they don't want to ascend. So they cut themselves off of source. Source is 12. That's the goal. That's the key. That is immortality. All right. So the future race is the Melchizedek to merge with the future root race, which is Movarian, which is the one that we are creating now, which is farming up now. And the other future race is the Yoniseti that has to merge with the Ewan Jetchi. You get it? All right. So this is a perfect example of the human angelics, how their strand look. The goal is to fold their dormant potential up to 12. That is where their opposite or their twin flame comes in, or just the beings, the star seeds from parallel universe. We have our own star seeds. Our star seeds are called indigo, but we're going to get to that, right? So right now we are trying to finish up the fort. That's where we are. We're trying to finish up fort. The indigos, some indigos are 6, 7, and 8 strand activated already. Yeah. So yeah. So this is just a perfect example of the indigo. Now let me show you the human race, the angelics. Let me show you the indigo. Look at this. So this is the double diamond sun. Double times 2 to make it 24. Every sun that adds gives you 12 strands to add on to your full strand. So this is the 24th strand. This is the indigos. So they are the higher soul, or the more advanced beings, or most of the angelics higher self that comes in, that knows what they have to do, has a big mission, you know what I mean? And these indigos, they are ascended masters. They're connected to the rishi level, the fourth and fifth density universe. So they are out of time. They're from like 15, 14, 13 dimension, or even higher, 20, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20 dimension universe, higher dimension. And they came in here. These are like the creators, the Christos race coming in here themselves, and they have to split themselves up in every dimension. So most of the souls are connected to the indigos, because the indigos higher self would be Orpheum, and another one would be um Anuhazi. The higher self would be like Azorites and stuff and so on, and Orpheum, Christos, and just higher. Yeah. So they come here 6 strand activated or more. Now this is the full spectrum diagram. Let's start from the bottom. That's the regular angelics, and then so the regular angelics will be connected to their higher self, which is like which is going to be an angelic. So they're just souls, and this is okay. So the souls of the angelics would be D2. That's the angels. So they would be connected to the angels. Sometimes these angels are their higher self that they got cut off from, right? The series would be from a seraphim, the moos, and the Anunnakis are here too, are there too. You see false god, false creed, some are good. You see the raw confederation is there, the Utarinates is there from the priesthood of Mu, and then the next level, which is density universe 3, will be the Elohim. So this will be the highest of these. This will be the angelics, the archangels, I meant to say, the oversouls of the angels in D2. And then the oversouls of that would be in 3, the Anuhazi. Remember I said that, Anuhazi. And then up would be this. So that would be Rishi level, D5, and then D6 would be the Ascended Master level. So the indigo starts from up there or higher than D15. And they project in every density universe and come right down. So some people are at the beginning and they have to rise up to transform to climb the ladder. But some of them came from high and they descend or de-manifest themselves down here to help the D1s, the angelic human race. And I got the real convoluted. So some of us, we are not convoluted. That's why I say that not all of us are. But still, when we come down here, we got a little dense. We fell, we came from so far to fall all the way down here. But anyways, it's all about helping and healing and get that genetic coding back to 12. You know what I mean? To help everybody. So I hope this was thing understood. Watch the video after this. Thank you for your time.
Actual work is about. If your consciousness is in the 4th dimension, okay, your body's here, then you have 4 strands of DNA. If your consciousness was in the 5th, your consciousness dimension, it would mean that you had 5 strands of DNA. This is why you need to focus on developing your next strand of DNA so you can ascend. These aren't just lofty concepts. This is actual spiritual science. You want to ascend to the next higher dimension of reality. You do this through energy. You do this through a spiritual path. Now, this is very interesting because if you want to see what's in the 5th dimension, in other words, if you want to visit the 5th dimension and experience it as a physical reality like we do here now in the 3D, well, it implies you have dimension 6 consciousness, which implies that you have 6 DNA strands activated. That's what we say DNA activation for. You're activating these chakras, these DNA. So this is the beginning of understanding what consciousness is doing when it perceives, as well as understanding the greater framework that we all exist within to the manifest hologram, within, to be the manifest hologram. So consciousness is experiencing the hologram in different dimensions of frequency. The hologram is an illusion. Like virtual reality, it's all not real things you seeing. The form and matter and density and some space are illusions within this hologram, perceptual illusions. that can take place when consciousness moves itself within certain dimensional structures, energy structures. It's dimensional, it's dimensions of like varying frequency, bandwidths. That's what that flash on, flash off, different, speeds that allow us to perceive the hologram. And that's very, very solid when you're focused in it, and until you learn how to play with it, it becomes like less and less solid, and you realize, well, you're sitting in the middle of the hologram platform. That gets fun. That takes a while. It usually about four and a half strand activation, above the heart chakra, between the throat and heart chakra, before you can sit in a room and it comes on you, kind of like a breeze, where you start to, did I catch that? Did the walls actually do this for a second? So yes, they did. You were starting to see through the frequency bands that are making up the solid form, kind of like Lucy did in that movie. Because your consciousness is jumping up to another level, just like she did in that movie. So you are starting to
Did
see,
y'all
just like
catch
she
that?
did in that
Take
movie.
another look.
So you
What does
are
that look like?
starting
I know
to
y'all missed
see
that look.
that
That's
the
the DNA strand. Slow motion.
see that the matter forms are not as solid, as they appear. So there's a lot of things that we have to look forward to. Some things will make your hair and stand up on end, right? It can get really scary, but as long as you know that your avatar consciousness is with you, that's who you are up there now when these things are happening, even if you don't know, what to do with it. But your avatar does, and you'll be okay. You are being trained, and your consciousness is being stretched. Your perceptions are being stretched through DNA activating. You're feeling experiences, symptoms, stages. And all of us indigo children are. You're a star seed. So if you start to get weird effects like that, weird effects are part of the norm when we are expanding our consciousness, like now during the Stargate opening cycle, okay, into like a multidimensional consciousness, back into our avatar self. That is what our identity is. That's what we're going back to. So technically, we have a 15-dimensional hologram system. These 15 dimensions.
So we're coming back online. We're getting our gifts back. It's time to stop fucking sleeping. Let's go. Let's go. The angelic humans, let's go. We are back. Ascend!